action. We're in the Motor City, where the Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. Dave?
Thank you very much.
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. Well, we see a lot of rookies getting their first taste, Clark, of NBA action. What was the hardest part for you transitioning from the Big Ten to the NBA?
I think the speed of the game, the number of possessions. Again, with the 24-second clock going back to the 80s, there was no shot clock in college basketball. So you could drag it out and play walk-it-up basketball. In the NBA, you got to turn that thing over every 24 seconds. And that speed and those number of possessions, a lot to adjust to. And then everybody's strength and talent. That, too, was eye-opening and exciting, too, because I realized a dream to be out there with those guys.
And smarter players, too, on that pro level.
Yeah, they know their stuff. I like to say, when you get to the NBA, you're a PhD in hoops.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, Anderson is the 4 with Capella at the 5. Carter Williams is out there with Gordon, and it's Anthony in at the 3. About a minute played so far here in the first. And Drummond kicks to Griffin. Over Anderson. Griffin's shot is off.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Man, I like the mindset of Anderson, Kevin. I mean, if he's open, he's taking the shot, especially from distance.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the night.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Anthony, the pass to Carter Williams. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Hey, we know the three-point shot is a work in progress for Carter Williams, but when he's dropping it in from there, you got to get on it.
Outside Jackson. Here's Griffin. A second chance effort. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And I think all the credit goes to the defense there, Kevin. Exceptional job getting the shooter to rush that layup.
Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Passes it to Griffin. Jackson kicks to Griffin. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Gordon inside, and it's good for 2. Gordon's got 5 now.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Here's Kennard, defended by Gordon. Jackson, that's good.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Carter Williams, the pass to Anderson. Off target from outside. Pistons trail by 7. On the wing, Jackson. Carter Williams covering. Here's Bullock. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive with one hand, whole punch.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. Robinson's checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Ish Smith in for Luke Kennard. Houston with a big group substitution here. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Smith comes in for Ryan Anderson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Green in for Gordon.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Here's Lure. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Lure's got his first points in this one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
An even 3-on-3 break. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. They grab their own miss. And the basket is good. 7 points for Reggie Jackson. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the first. Carter Williams kicks to Smith. Over in the corner, Green. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Green's got a couple of threes now in the first for Houston.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Stolen by Jackson. Stolen by Tucker. Green dishes to Carter Williams. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Lure with it. Now Smith defending. Lure the pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Smith. Outside Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Stolen by Jackson. And now the Pistons fast break. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
The Rockets making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it. But you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Here's Jackson. Over Green. And that's not going to go. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Carter Williams. Nene is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Green. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low.
Smith is absolutely ridiculous in transition. He's a true floor general who makes so many right decisions in the fast break.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And Lure kicks to Smith. Lure a screen on Carter Williams. Shot clock at 3. Lets it fly. Off the left rim and out. Rockets leading by 6. And for Detroit, a lot of changes, Greg, in their front office this past offseason.
A new GM and Dwayne Casey brought in to coach. Could see a drastic shift in style and approach for the Pistons moving forward.
And here's Green outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old school qualities as well.
Capella against Griffin. Takes the three. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bullock with it. Anthony on him. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Bullock. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Anthony kicks to Green. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Green's got 9 points in the quarter.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Drummond. And another shot. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Pistons trailed by 10 to the inside. Nice shot by Smith.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Now a chance to check out the top NBA block leaders. 3rd is Andre Drummond.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Rockets leading by 8. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The Rockets with another miss. The Pistons have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Makes it off the glass. Drummond's got his first 2 points.
And, you know, Drummond has no problem playing through contact. He excels at using that strong body of his to fight through contact and finish.
From deep, Green scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Griffin back to Drummond. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Jackson, he's checked in for Ish Smith. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Anderson comes in for Clint Capella. To the inside. Here's Drummond. Tries yet again, and he sinks the layup. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, I like the activity of Drummond on the glass. I mean, he's so big and active. Excellent timing and hands, always pounding and grinding for offensive rebounds.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Poked away. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
So for the Pistons, Pachulia, he's checked in for Drummond. John Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. Robinson is subbed in for Reggie Bullock. Robinson kicks to Lure. Outside for Robinson. Lure the screen. 6 on the shot clock. There's Jackson with the three. Rebounded by Anthony. Rockets leading by 12. Green passes to Anthony for three. And Green with the basket on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now Jackson. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Houston. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 12.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
And so it's Houston, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far.
Thanks.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter saw them extend their lead to 12 points at the break through some solid team basketball. Very few wasted possessions and a strong effort defensively. What do you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Over to Kenny. What do you think about Detroit?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that'll about do it as we get ready.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the 3rd quarter started. We've seen Gerald Green really having a great game.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Bullock in at the small forward. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Well, at the start of the summer, many expected a busy market for Capella in free agency. Eventually, though, signing a 4-year deal to remain with the Rockets. I feel like it's a great deal for Houston as Capella gives them the perfect inside presence to complement Harden and Paul.
Pistons trailed by 13. Right side Jackson. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. Here's Griffin. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, he's become very reliable with that mid-range jump shot. The defense can't let him get comfortable from there.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Poked away.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
Here's Griffin, and the lead is down inside single digits. Griffin's got 6 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here's Anderson from the arc. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in.
Hey, you have to always be mindful of where Anderson is at all times because he's an excellent marksman.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Clark, you once worked for the Indiana Pacers, vice president, player relations, and really had your fingerprints on a lot of part of that organization. Could you see yourself going back to an NBA front office role?
I don't anticipate that. I love what I do as a broadcaster, I really feel as though I'm right where God wants me to be currently. Had a wonderful tenure with the Pacers, 32 years between playing, broadcasting both radio and television, then 4 years in the VP of Player Relations role. Phenomenal relationships with a number of people, but no, I think that chapter for me is in the rearview mirror.
I speak for everyone playing the game, watching the game. We're glad you're in broadcasting, I'll tell you that.
Thank you, partner.
Drummond with a screen on Gordon. And it's Smith penetrating. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And whenever you give Smith just a little separation, that means trouble. I mean, the defense learned the hard way there, allowing him to get that shot off.
Carter Williams kicks to Capella. Now Detroit moving it up. Jackson misses. Nene outside, over to the wing. Here's Tucker, and another three for Houston.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Detroit. And Robinson III comes in for Reggie Bullock. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Rockets leading by 14. Gordon for 3. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Jackson passes to Griffin. Jackson kicks to Griffin. There's a screen by Robinson. Pachulia sets a screen for Smith. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Smith's got 10.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Carter Williams, the pass to Tucker. It's good. And the Rockets lead by 16.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Smith kicks to Pachulia. Fades and shoots. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to Tucker. Nene outside. Dishes it to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Tucker. Some solid defense from Robinson.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
Lewis checked in for the Pistons. The Rockets also changing it up. Smith checked in for Capella. And it's Gerald Green in for Eric Gordon.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Robinson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
There's Green with the 3. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Smith inside. Carter Williams covering. Pachulia, good.
You talk about passing. Smith is one of the best in the game in that aspect. An incredible distributor.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Smith against Carter Williams. Outside, Green. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pachulia with the screen on Green. Jackson kicks to Smith. From deep three-point range, and that's not going to go. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
All we got to do is move the basketball. The ball will find.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Smith is out there with Anderson. Then there's Gerald Green. Then it's Anthony. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. Houston leading by 18. The wide open look here for Anthony, and Pachulia pulls it down.
No other way to say it. Flat out bad defense. Didn't even contest the shot. Lucky for them, he misfired on it.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. I mean, of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Robinson against Carter Williams. Robinson kicks to Kennard. Back to Robinson. With some arc, and the layup is good. Robinson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Detroit.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Outside, Green. The three-pointer, no good. Pistons trailed by 16. Outside, Robinson. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. Good. Another from three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
Well, the most made threes in a game list is dominated by Curry, and this performance belongs right up there with all of those. He has been on fire.
From deep, Green, and again for three.
There it is, a shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg, he's now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
And all those great shooting performances from Curry, well, this night belongs right there with him.
There's a screen by Robinson. Pachulia the pass to Kennard. Sinks that one from the post. Rockets leading by 20. Carter Williams dishes to Anderson. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 8th assist in the game. For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Robinson kicks to Kennard. Pachulia against Smith, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's his first foul. Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider drafting?
Yeah, I would consider it. And again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like.
And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Jackson. What's the status, Dave?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for Detroit gave us some status update, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, we may miss a number of games before making return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Gerald Green.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What an injection of energy he gave them off the bench. And for a team mired in a very tough stretch, You can't say enough about how much they needed someone to show that kind of fight. It's good.
He doesn't do some of the damage that other big men do on the perimeter, but inside, Drummond's got just as much game as anybody.
Smith against Carter Williams. Outside Gordon. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBN, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures, and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Detroit making a switch. Calderon's checked in.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Houston.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
Most definitely. I mean, even though you see opponents outside of your conference only twice a year, you still don't want to have that feeling of being swept.
Hunter's checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. And that one's good, Griffin.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Well, hopefully they can ride this momentum into the next game, because this one is done. Over. Fine.
And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
Carter Williams, he's checked in for Houston.
Let the big dog eat. Love seeing Drummond throw it down like that. Beautiful.
That's a 2 from Smith. That one off the back iron and out. It's Robinson high post. And Thomas has it in the corner. Drains the three-pointer. Here's Carter Williams. He's been feeding the ball very nicely. 9 assists now tonight.
He's been the ultimate distributor here tonight. It's showing up on the stat sheet, but more importantly, it's going to show up in the win column. Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
And, Greg, you know how hard it is to win on the road, but they seem to have this one firmly in control and have been very impressive today.
So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.